You are listening to Keith Price's Curtain Call.
Matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned. Playing with matches, a girl can get burned. So bring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no find, catch me no catch, unless he's a matchless match.
Matchmaker, make me a match. Yes, honey. I am so, again, excited because we are back here on Keith Price's Curtain Call. And, you know, I love me a good cast recording. And it seems that finally, one of the shows that I've been talking about this season, the cast recording is out. It's happening. People are getting it. People are falling out. I'm talking about the 2016 new Broadway cast recording of Fiddler on the Roof. And to celebrate what I think is going to be one of the most fun cast recordings this season to have, because the show for me has been a lot of firsts.
Really?
Yes, the show's been a lot of firsts. Actually, right now I'm talking to the first heartbreaking couple that ruined Tevia's life. It's just,
we're the inciting incident.
oh my God, ground zero, for lack of a better term, of relationships. I have Alexandra Silber and Adam Kantor here for me. Modal and Seidel.
That's us. The Camzoils.
The Camzoils.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So first of all, you guys are in one of the most excited and celebrated revivals of the season. There's a couple that we were talking about earlier on other podcasts, but this show has become one of the ones that people are constantly talking about. And I know part of it is because this was a revival. People were like, oh my God, so when was the last one? Didn't they just do it? And I was very happy because I did not see the last revival.
Neither did I.
And this was my first time ever seeing Fiddler on the Roof live.
No way.
It was everything.
How exciting.
It was so great. And my partner and I went to go see the show together. And of course, he's seen it every incarnation. He knew every moment, but I didn't really know where the story was going to take me.
I'm surprised you didn't give us your Laser Wolf in high school.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well,
I was too shy in high school.
Were you?
Yeah. I was a science geek instead.
I mean, look, I've got time for that.
Let's see. But
I got time for that.
you got things going on, Alexandra. So Alexandra Silber and Adam Kantor are here. And again, so how exciting is it for you guys to be in this production? Like, this is a really good, happy family, it seems.
Is. It's a dream come true, really. I mean, this is the kind of thing that as a young actor, and both of us as young Jews as well, you sort of dream of embodying these people.
Oh, yeah. The show is part of our DNA, as actors, as Jews, and as just humans, as Americans, as citizens. I mean, the show is
so universal.
It is so universal. And of course, right now, dealing with this refugee crisis, being in a show that is about a group of people who become displaced. Sorry, spoiler alert for anyone who doesn't know. But it's really relevant, and I'm proud to be part of a season that includes shows like Fiddler and Hamilton and On Your Feet that are reflecting the immigrant experience.
Absolutely. And it's also relevant, I think, you're talking about the couples and this inciting incident of change. Like, it's also sort of incredibly cultural relevant about marriage equality and thinking about relationships in new ways and really challenging the generation ahead of us to think about relationships differently.
I love that. Yeah. It's Alexandra Silber and Adam Kantor with me here on Keith Price's Curtain Call, and we're talking about the joy that is Fiddler on the Roof, currently going on at the Broadway Theater here in New York City. And again, I have already told him on several occasions that every time I do an interview, his name happens to always come up at one point or another, but Danny Burstein.
Yeah, he's kind of the best.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Someone actually asked me the other day, can you describe what it's like to work with Danny? And the thing that came to my head first was he's the kind of actor that wipes your tears. I have this scene where I'm usually very emotional, and he always gets them. And I just think it's so tender and so real and such a lovely gesture. I don't know. I think that says a lot about who he is as a person.
Yeah.
What gets me is just how he is obviously the leading man of Fiddler, but he feels an obligation to support everybody around him versus you all need to fall into place and support what I'm doing. No, he is so present, as Al explained beautifully, with each of us and wants to just make sure he is there for us on stage and off. It's such a beautiful lesson for me. And it was from the beginning of rehearsals, it was amazing to watch his process in that sense. Just sort of, it wasn't the kind of thing where he stepped in and he said, this is how I'm playing Tevye and you all need to accommodate. No, it was let's discover this together and how can I support you in this moment for you? So
just
generous.
Another actor in the scene, very everyman vibe to him. It's really wonderful.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Talking about the amazing Danny Burstein, 5-time Tony nominee Danny Burstein, and I've decided that this will be the place where I'm going to just say it. I know people are going to think, people are like, you shouldn't say anything beforehand. It's like, if he does not get a Tony nomination for Best Actor in a Musical, it's going to be on. I'm just going to tell you right now.
Oh yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 people that I'm about to start carrying torches
will
for.
Cut you.
I will cut you because, but again, it's more about truly the entire show, the whole cast of that show. You guys are all so beautifully connected. And one of the things that I love so much about the piece is that for someone who comes from a different type of family, you would think, it was very interesting to see how the concept of tradition,
Of course.
like how it falls through that whole thing and how each couple that you're going to get to meet here on the curtain call, it's really funny because each couple bucks the concept of tradition so uniquely, and it's always,
and each couple increases in its intensity.
and exactly like the stakes just get higher and higher to the point where it's sort of like, I feel sorry because here's another spoiler alert. They leave and go to America. The 2 daughters that are left over, I'm just thinking, boy, that's the sequel. The conversation.
Right. We were talking about that today. What happens to Bielka?
Yeah.
Talking
She's
about
going to
that.
get to New York and just lose her mind.
It's
What?
right.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Bielka's story.
The Bielka story.
She's the tramp of the Lower East Side.
Bringing shame to the family.
Right.
More so, Alexandra Silber and Adam Kantor here with me on the curtain call. And we are just sitting here, I'm just taking it all in that you guys you're young, you're new. I guess I don't want to say new Broadway, but you're certainly part of the new thread of Broadway. How does it feel now for you looking at the work that's here? Are you looking around thinking, like, because I think that's a favorite line, like Barbara Cook said about, if I'd have known it was the golden age of theater, I would have, probably done more stuff. Like, do you feel like you have enough time to just take in all of this?
I saw Al the other night performing a concert with Patti LuPone, Marin Maisie, Vicky Clark.
Wow.
Who else was in it?
Judy Kuhn.
Oh
Cynthia
my
Erivo.
God.
And Cynthia Riva and Al Silber, and I was like just the proudest.
He was my stage husband.
The proudest stage husband in the audience, taking illegal photos on my iPhone.
So sweet.
I'm really proud to be part of it all, and I'm proud to, like I said, be part of this season, which I think is reflecting something really important going on in the world and in America.
It does feel also like an extra inclusive season.
Right.
There's an energy that's happening. It does feel like there's a sea change occurring in the types of stories that are being told, and a type of authenticity that's being asked of actors now, and exposure, sort of really different level of communication, and it's exciting to be part of that. It's exciting to sort of see that we're revealing different kinds of things. It's exciting. Yeah.
There was a great article recently that Jennifer Ashley Tepper wrote for Playbills, asking, "Are we in the golden age? Are we in another golden age of Broadway?" And I think, I think in many ways we are. I think theater right now is really, really exciting, and commercial theater is exciting. And I'm seeing commercial theater producers, take more risks than I have in previous years. And I think that's really cool, and audiences are responding. I think we want that. I think shows are starting to play up to an audience more than play down to them, you know?
Yes, that's beautifully said. Yeah.
I love it. Well, you guys, I have to say, this is honestly going to be a fun season to handicap like award time because there's so many really wonderful performances that are coming out of almost every show that's happening right now.
That's exciting, though.
And
what a wonderful problem to have.
Exactly, to have here. So at this point now for yourselves, now you've settled a little bit into the roles. You're finding new things about your characters every day. But you're also young and working in New York City and on the hustle. Am I wrong?
That's true.
You're on the hustle.
I'm doing double duty right now.
What are you working on?
I'm doing a workshop of a new musical during the day because it's the life,
Life. I teach during the day. I teach at Pace University.
Do you really?
The next generation of performers, which is really exciting.
Okay, what's your class like? What kind of class are you teaching?
Oh, Lord.
I'm just going to put her on the spot.
Well, I teach predominantly, usually I teach the freshman acting course, the foundations, which is completely classical because that's my training.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely like Stanislavski, Udo Hagen, the second semester is all physical, and we end each freshman year with a Greek tragedy that I actually write. I adapt them from the originals. But this year, because of Fiddler, I'm teaching acting through song, which is a challenge for me. I've never done it before. And it's wonderful. And they're just, people are always talking about, I think not just about theater, but just about society. Is the next generation doomed? Can we connect with anybody? Are we all just connected to our devices? And I'm actually really proud to say that the next generation is really hopeful because I see it every day at school. Yeah.
Okay, so now
Professor Silber spoke.
Oh my! Is that what they call you in class?
No, they call me Al, but when they write me papers, it says Professor Silber at the top, and that I took a photo of it and I posted on Instagram last year, and the Pace called me back and they're like, you have to take that down. You can't make fun of yourself for being a professor. And I was like, okay, you're right. Sorry.
It's hilarious.
So that's great though. So you put yourself in that position of, how they always say those who can't do teach, but there you are doing and teaching.
It makes me better at both jobs, actually.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, that's such a misconception.
Totally.
That whole thing. I mean, the woman who plays Yenta in Fiddler was my teacher 10 years ago, Alex Corey. It's like
yeah. It's wonderful to be able to say, "Oh, this mistake you're making in this scene, I made this last night." And here's, to discuss it and to discuss sort of wider subjects about why we make art
and you come to the theater so inspired after a day of teaching.
Absolutely, those are my best shows.
Oh my
sure.
God!
Yeah.
So now I feel like I need to audit a class.
You're always welcome, Keith.
I'm coming too, so we
He's
can go
coming
together.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because again, who doesn't need to have their skills brushed up by a Broadway professional?
Oh, you're so sweet.
Hello, come on, come on. So this is great though. So you're teaching and you're workshopping, Adam. At this point now, you are setting yourselves up for what's next, it sounds like, yeah?
Well, it's the nature. Look, we think Fiddler is going to have a very, very long, amazing, healthy run. Yeah. But it's always good to just keep balls in the air. The industry, unfortunately, is somewhat fickle, and you just generally never know. So it's good to always have things. And also, it also inspires you. I mean, I think, like I was saying, Al's teaching inspires her at night. When I'm doing a workshop of something else, I might come in fired up or exhausted. But it's a good challenge.
Yeah.
I think it's good to just keep doing and doing and doing and doing.
I think the most important thing, and this is true of any human being, let alone actors, but is to just constantly keep pursuing excellence for its own sake. That if it's sort of that, that Buddhist theory of like even brushing your teeth well sometimes can be a really redeemable act. And that if you continue to pursue excellence, I believe in my soul that success usually follows.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. All right, Alexandra Silber.
Yeah.
As I toss my hair back.
I just have to say that because you can't see this on the radio, Keith just fake tossed his hair.
Yeah.
It was really something.
And
I wanted to describe it for you, radio
there's
audience.
a lot of good physical things that your audience misses, Keith.
That's
Maybe
why
you
I
should think
filled
about
in.
like a TV thing.
Well,
or...
that's why Maya's here. Maya's got the camera.
Oh, okay, good.
She's only giving them teases because we want them to actually come and listen to Adam Kantor and Alexandra
That's
Silber
fair.
with me here on Keith Price's Curtain Call, and again celebrating what I think is probably one of the most delightful new musical revivals of the season.
Thank you.
There's a couple more coming. whatever.
We're hoping to see She Loves Me, the same writers as Fiddler.
I
That's
know.
right.
And it's
yeah.
great, though.
It's my
And-
favorite musical of all
And
time.
Sheldon Harnick, can we just take a
He's-
moment to go,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Now, you know what? Did you see we just released a music video of a cut song from Fiddler?
Yes, I did.
Dear Sweet Sewing Machine.
Which is
And-
going to be playing as we're speaking.
Oh,
right now,
really?
it's playing
Okay.
right underneath us.
Oh my God.
What do you know?
Well, and Sheldon was there. If you watch the music video, it's on
Oh, it
Playbill.
was-
It was so beautiful to see him part of it all.
That was one of the top 10 moments of my life thus far, if I'm honest. It was one of those moments where you're like, we are making history. We are recording this song that's never been theatrically recorded before. We have such a lovely relationship and connection, and we love the Camsoils and wanted to give them their day. And to see Sheldon's face, just and participate in this 50th anniversary in such a unique way, it was really exciting.
And still working. That man is still
Never
right.
stops. He's the epitome to me of pursuing excellence.
Right.
Always making things better, always trying to learn and grow, and such a wonderful man and artist.
I love that. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time to just sit and chat with me. I know you
Thank
guys
you, Keith.
we're doing this in the middle of shows at Sardi's, so they're, they have to go downstairs and have their moment, the star moment while they
right.
eat.
I'm getting a steak out of this. That's good.
This is a good deal.
And I have to rush off to my accordion lesson. So, 2016 for me is about learning new things. So,
All right.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna see you step in somewhere in the pit. during one
I
of the
just
numbers?
anticipate a viral video. I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just saying.
All right. You heard it here first, people. Oh my God. So again, go and get your copy of the Fiddler on the Roof cast recording. It's available pretty much everywhere where you can download music. If you're lucky enough to be in New York and you get to go to the Broadway theater to see the show, you can pick up a copy of it in the theater, because that's the best way to do it. And then maybe they'll sign it for you after. I don't know.
We
They're
will.
very
We
busy.
will.
She's got accordion lessons, so I don't know if she's going to have time to sign. Maybe you can leave it backstage and she'll get it on her way in. Alexandra
Another hair
Silber.
toss, just
Another
in
hair
case.
toss,
Another hair
because
toss.
that's how she's living. But again, one wonderful show, and congratulations, guys, for
Thank you.
having fun on Broadway and living your life. You're living the dream that if people who are listening to this that are young, desirable actors, wherever they are in the corners of the world, that this is the kind of life that you could be having too. Even where you are, you could be having it. But it's so nice doing it in New York, right?
It's heaven. It is a dream come true. But listen, everybody out there, dream big. It
Dream
happens.
big.
Yeah,
All
it
right,
happens.
great. So as you know, they're giving a little moment to the sewing machine.
Yeah.
So thank you, guys, and we will be back.
Dear sweet sewing machine, I will promise to love, honor, and keep you polished and clean. Oil, grease, all you can eat if you will turn my satin and silk into sugar and salt.
Butter and milk and maybe a toy. A baby should have a toy.
You have suffered neglect, unloved. Maybe before, not anymore. We need you if we're to make both